I've changed things the way in which I think they make more sense as it relates to crypto because he trades Forex, and I think
Yeah.
they're two totally different asset classes and they just cannot be traded the same way.
Well, the volatility in
Um,
crypto compared to
yeah,
Forex is just like bananas. Like you can't.
yeah,
I think
it's dramatic.
it
You
would
know what
need
I mean?
different strategies or different rules, I guess you could say, or something like that. I
Mm,
can see, I understand totally what you're saying.
mm. And the characteristics too, right? Like, like every asset and every asset class, they have their own different characteristics. Some sweep more, some bounce off of like really greedy holds. The bottoms are swing lows, the tops swing highs, and you know, some kind of will fake you out on breaking trend and doing this and that, and so on and so forth. And you have to kind of learn those, like kind of how I refer to them as like fingerprints, and all these different assets and asset classes, they have their own fingerprints that they leave, and we've got to kind of learn those things. And that's why I think it's really smart to stick to a certain asset class, and then especially a certain asset, learn it and then move away from it, and then learn another, and then move away from that, learn another, so on and so forth. I think it's really beneficial. I was showing CT yesterday about an asset that I freaking love trading on spot. I'll pull it up real fast before we get off of here. Where's it at? FX, where'd you go? There it is. This little joker right here. I love this little
Look at that.
freaking shit. This thing is amazing, bro. I love this thing. I've freaking killed some trades on this thing. So
There's
as you
volatility
can
with those
see here,
plays.
yeah,
Holy
like it's
shit, man.
freaking bonkers. Like, look, like
What's the
right
percentage on
here.
one of those?
Yeah. So this one right here, this move is just a small, what is that? Let me do it with this way because it'll be a little less confusing. So this one, let me go to daily, make it a little easier. So this daily candle here, from there to that top is about 96% in one day. This one here is 63%. This one here is 205%. This one, this is two daily candles, but oops, no, this is one actually, one daily candle, 53%. Now, if I go to swing lows to swing highs, forget about it. Like this one is 94%. This one is 102%. This one is 92%. Like it's freaking bananas, dude. And it moves this way in such a short time. Like, look at this one right here. Like, if we zoom in, like, look at this. This is a 4-hour candle, 4 hours. So in 4 hours, this thing moved 210%, man. Come on, dude.
I want to trade that one.
Dude, this was in the bull run. This was even at the beginning of the bear market. This was my bread and butter. I love this thing. But I learned hard, in a bad way. I learned you got to set your cells. Otherwise you'll be like, you'll come back, you'll step away, you'll set your order, and you'll come back and be like, holy shit, I was 200% up and now I'm like -10,
Yeah, you need to stop loss as soon as you enter it.
Yeah, freaking bonkers, man. And you don't need leverage for these, like, I mean, look at this, like this right here, this low. If you'd have found that low just to this high, like, I mean, you're sitting at 93%. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. 93% in a day with no leverage. And my risk was like, what, few bucks. But, these things can entice you and they can also hand you your butt on a silver platter as well.
So what causes those to spike up so hard? Is that like some big player just dumping in cash
Yeah.
and their buddies
Yes.
like, all right, they're just playing off each other and they're making each other tons of money, basically?
Essentially, yeah, it's a cascade. So one, we have to realize that FX is a smaller market cap, so the total value of that whole asset is smaller, so it takes less money to manipulate it, to make it move in one direction or the other.
Yep.
And then yes, you're correct, like there are big players that will either team up with other big players and do
Exactly.
things, or they will, this is what happens more times than not, is they will bait people into doing things. And when they get people on smaller time frames, like if we go to say like the 15 minutes and we look at this spot right here, they're baiting people in, right? When this happens right here and it pumps up, they're baiting people into FOMO. All right, cool, let's buy. And you know what I mean? Like they're just baiting people to fill their orders. And that's when it comes up, and then bam, they keep filling, and then boom. Now all the people that FOMO, they're like freaking out, like, holy crap, like, now it's dumping, right? Like, oh, we're gonna lose everything. And then they sell. And that's this cascade that it just keeps dumping and dumping and dumping. And meanwhile, behind the scenes, like the big money, they see all this happening and they see that back here, like this low, and the things that kind of protect this low are the same things that are over here. So they utilize those things into getting people greedy or getting people scared, and kind of dupe them into buys and sells, simply put.